Getting ready to set in Ingolstadt, and Elias will be joining me for 1.5 days on the river. So boards are initially lashed up. So it is 4 p.m. June 2nd, and we start the Danube River. So been on the river for about an hour. Feels slow going. We have come to our first dam and our first portage. That means we got to get out, get our boards up, walk around the dam, and set them back in. Paddled a bunch of kilometers, and now we're at some famous beer spot where monks make beer, and it's closed, but there's some monks chilling, smoking cigars, and they're gonna bring us out their special one.
The oldest brewery of the world, monastic brewery of the world.
Very, very smooth and good. You could drink a lot of that. We scouted a rad beach on Google Maps, a couple bends down the river, and that's where we're headed. Sun popped over at 5:30 a.m. Gorgeous spot with the big rock walls. Day 2 on the Danube. We got to the lock at Regensburg. We're with a couple other people with small vessels, and we're gonna join them and get flooded down. Just made it through Reichenberg, something like that. It was a little bit hectic. Also said goodbye to Elias, which is sad. It was fun rowing with him for a day and a half. Pretty sweet camp spot up on a beach. My tent just got hit by a tidal wave, and a barge came by, and I saw the wave coming at the beach, and I was like, wow, that's a big wave coming at the beach, and it's not really dissipating. And that wave picked me up, me and my tent up, and scrumbled me up in a bunch. Then my board gets picked up and starts going out to sea with all my crap. Downwind, baby! When does that happen? It happens right now, and it's awesome. That's the kayak slide right there. If I went down that on my subboard, I would just snap off my fin. Living the life. I just threw up pizza. Either ate too much grease. Yesterday, which was day 4, was the hardest day yet. Today, with good sleep, I got a good attitude. It's gonna be a good day. Why does it have to be a headwind? Paddling down the river makes me hungry. Sampling the local cuisine. So the one good thing about the rain, there's no mosquitoes, which is awesome. So just did a impromptu stop at this town called Linz. Saw a young fella sitting there, asked if there was a grocery store nearby, and he was kind enough to show me one. And then he personally brought me up to his flat, shared some bread and cheese and a little spread, and then he saw me off on the beach with a little guitar tune. It's been a 3-lock day. That kind of day. Since I got hit by that tidal wave, it's best to check the camp spots. I got well enough space to not get drenched. Good morning, day 7, 1 week on the river. Yeah, I just poached behind a barge. Not sure if you're allowed to do this, but so far it seems to be working out, and there's plenty of space in here for the both of us. I got yelled at for poaching behind the barge and being in the flood chamber. So today was probably the toughest day yet because of headwind, but I gathered myself after the portage and tried to keep a good attitude. Try to think positive. You can either be grumpy or you can be happy. So I chose to be happy. And then the river got real fun. The current was quick, the scenery was awesome. It's a late night. Found myself a pretty sweet spot though. I was expecting Vienna to be much more chaotic with boats and wakes and really bebopping, but it's actually quite peaceful and very chill, and I appreciate that. I believe that to be the last dam in Austria, and it went out with a bang. So we got ourselves a little bit of an active current, nothing crazy, but it keeps you on your toes a little bit with a board full of gear and stuff. Welcome Slovakia! I don't know much about Slovakia, but they speak Slovakian. Yeah, my feet have seen some days. Kinda swollen, red, and dry. Little cuts near the hills. So I'm floating on the old Danube because I thought the current was going to be faster and there looked to be less dams. But go figure, there was actually 2 dams and the current is not that fast and being swarmed by a lot of mosquitoes. My 1 foot's starting to peel, but I'm just gonna keep that dried skin on there because it's an extra layer of sun protection. Randomly stumbled upon this restaurant alongside the river, and I'm getting a typical Slovakian dish. I made it to Hungary, and so far I really like it. People are friendly. Now I found this awesome restaurant. It's kind of fancy, and I gotta be careful not to overeat. Good morning, good morning. I love how when you get to different countries, you hear different bird calls and noises. I find it very interesting. So just made it through Budapest. Wasn't too bad. So you got Buda on one side and Pest on the other. This may be the first time I'm gonna get skunked on an easy find on a camp spot. We got rocks both sides of the river. I'm sure I'll find one. Good morning. Yeah, I got poopy sleep. I was paddling along and was getting shouted at, and I met up with some lovely French people that are kayaking the Danube, and they fed me, and I paddled with them a little bit in the rain, and it was fun to chat. They stopped to get some water, and I went on my way. Don't you want me, baby? Don't you want me? Oh, I've been working at the bar at a hotel bar. It's been a crazy night and morning. The wind gust so strong at times it even flipped over my stand-up paddleboard. So it's mostly been a really nice tailwind / tail side wind, and I'm definitely making good progress. I am in Serbia. So going around this island to the right, there's all these little sand islands hidden in the river, and I'm hung up on one. It's not that big of a deal. I just can walk the board off it, and then it drops off and gets deep again. There's tons of this white fluffy stuff floating in the air, and it's very easy to eat it. Digging my tent setup, my Nemo Hornet Elite. Dude, I just saw a wild boar, and it was massive. And I got out of my tent real quick to grab my paddle, and I kind of yelled at him a little bit, and he did like a kind of gnarly little snort at me. I'm being followed by cows. Anyways, it was cool. Got to see a mama boar or wild pig and her babies. Maybe it was the dad that I saw in the night. The pig I saw, I'm pretty sure, was black. Come around this bend, and just like that, we got mountains and hills in the distance, which is nice. So a bunch of barges just kind of chilling in the middle of the river outside Novi Sad. Thunderstorms catching up to me. I was hoping to make some distance, go all the way to 9 tonight, 7:50. I gotta be in Belgrade tomorrow. It got bad quick. Not sure what to do quite yet. Last day on the river. I got some distance to cover. As we near Belgrade, we kind of got some cliff walls with some houses on the top. Making good progress to Belgrade, pounding it out. So I'm in Belgrade. See a view from the city from the water. Now there's another river that the Danube intersects here. If you go down that river, that's where I think the main part of the city is. I'm heading this way to this old metal bridge up here, and that's supposedly 2 kilometers past that bridge is where I'm meeting a guy. The board looks brand new. Done did good. Power washed it down, is really kind of him. Soaped it down, scrubbed it down, got it all nice and clean.